Tilling the earth for you and me. I may be small, I may be tiny. Never forget I'm small but mighty.
It is great to see all of you again in our second episode of Small But Mighty SDG Warrior Game Show. Everyone is different. We each have our own unique ideas and solutions that can transform a whole society, starting from ourselves, our family, and friends. Today, let's find out more about what we can do for each other and our planet. Enjoy the show!
Welcome back to the Small But Mighty SDG Warriors. Before that, let's see the latest scores. Zero has got a lot to catch up. You are way behind. But you will have the chance to catch up, so pay attention in round 2. The second round is the family squabble round. Let's see what the wheel of hope spins out. And the second theme of the day is SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Wow, this is an interesting theme, a much debated topic. SDG 12's main goal is to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. In Family Squabble Round, issues are discussed at home and debated around the world. Who is right and who is not so right? All answers are accepted, but who will be the champion with the most accurate answer? Oh yes, this round is unique, as the audience will get to vote for their favorite answers. So players, get ready to impress the audience. Players, are you ready?
Of course, anytime.
我一定会尽我所能。
看起来很简单，我没问题。
And the first question. What do you think of this statement? If the item cannot be recycled, it should not be produced. Ivan, you managed to buzz first, so go ahead.
我赞同，如果这东西不能被回收，它就会永远的成为地球上的垃圾。如果我们继续生产它的话，垃圾就会变得越来越多，不是吗？例如，热固性塑料就是一个不可回收物品的例子。热固性塑料的用品就如附有3G 氰胺餐具、硅质汽车雨刷和油性涂料。当物品没办法回收时，很容易就会堆积在垃圾填埋场。2008年，我国一共有188个垃圾填埋场。随着人口的增加，垃圾也越来越多。我的看法是，与其开设更多新的垃圾填埋场，不如利用这些土地用于耕种，以养活更多面对饥饿的人。
Okay, now, Zheng Ze, what do you have to say?
I disagree with the statement because we are in the age of technology. With time, research and development will surely address issues of non-recyclable materials. This, in turn, will solve the waste accumulation problem. Some recent findings show that there are possibilities of turning thermoset plastic materials to biodiesel. All we need is just more time to come up with an advanced solution.
Very interesting debate. Now, Zero, what is your opinion? Are you on Zheng Ze or Ivan's side?
这是一个很难的选择，两位的观点我都同意，因为就算科技可以解决我们不可回收的问题，但它仍然需要时间。我相信，在成功研发出所需的科技之前，我们应该减少制造更多的废物，造成废物丢弃在垃圾填埋场里。比起制造更多的物品，我更倾向于少使用。
Well said. We have 3 R's many decades ago, but now we have 6 R's. I wonder if you still remember what the 6 R's are. Now, let's hear from the audience. Audience, who would you vote for? Audience at home and in the studio, click on the link and cast your votes now. Now, the result is out. And the favorite answer is by Zero. Awesome! Now let's see who is leading. Zero, you get an extra 100 points and everybody gets 50 points each for sharing valid information. Wow! I see Zero catching up to Zhengze. Ivan, are you ready to face it off? Let's move on to the next question. I hope the second question won't create enough heat to contribute to global warming. The question is, which lifestyle negatively impacts the environment the most? Ready with your buzzer? Buzz off. Alright, Zero, you managed to buzz first. So, which lifestyle negatively impacts the environment the most?
对我来说，是马来西亚人浪费食物的方式。根据我阅读的这份报告，马来西亚人每天浪费的食物足以填满7个奥运会规格的游泳池啊！而且许多食物还能吃。这些食物的数量足以养活大约300万人一天的3餐。最重要的是，丢弃在垃圾填埋场里的食物会导致环境污染和全球暖化，因为在分解的过程中会释放出甲烷等的温室气体。
That's right. Millions of people go hungry each day and yet we still take food for granted. Now, who will be the next to challenge Zero's answer? Ready with your buzzer? Buzz off. Great, Ivan. So, which lifestyle negatively impacts the environment the most?
我想说，我们是为了自己的方便而选择伤害环境。为了方便，我们使用一次性用品，大多数都是不可被回收的，而且还需要很长的时间才能分解。就算分解了，这些微塑料材料也会对环境造成伤害。塑料需要20到500年的时间才能分解，当然也取决于它的材料和结构。简单来说，当我们不愿意做出实际的努力时，我们所做的选择就会对环境造成很大的影响。
Alright, now Zhengze, what do you have to say after listening to Zero and Ivan?
Zero and Ivan's points are also valid. But for me, I would say fast fashion and trending technology would have the greatest negative impact on our environment. Take for example, our daily clothing. Most of the materials used are synthetic and they take a long time to degrade, like plastic, as they are mass-produced. It will also contaminate the soil and waterways when it finally degrades. Around 550,000 tons of plastic microfibers are estimated to pollute the ocean each year from detergents, and that is equivalent to more than 50 billion plastic bottles pollution. What is more, plastic pollution has a direct and deadly effect on wildlife. Thousands of seabirds and sea turtles, seals, and other marine mammals are killed each year after mistakenly eating or getting entangled in plastic litter.
All the responses are well supported, but let's hear from the audience. Now, audience, who would you vote for? Audience at home and in the studio? Click on the link and vote now. Now, the result is out, and our favorite answer is by Zero. Yes, I think food waste is the biggest factor in Malaysia, as 40 to 50% of our food waste ends up in our landfills. Fashion and technology trends, as well as single-use disposable items, have garnered attention in the recent years. More people are aware of the issue, and they have taken action to reduce these waste. Now, let's see who is leading. Zero, you get an extra 100 points, and everybody gets 50 points each. Wow, I see Zero leading now. Zhengze and Ivan, not to worry, you will still have the chance to catch up. Now, for the third question. Ready? 3, 2. Accepting. We have a mystery question from our mystery guest. It is time to gain extra points. Remember, all answers are accepted, but which one is the most accurate and favored? Are we ready? Which is the most sustainable lifestyle you should practice to conserve the environment? Alright, Zhengze, your turn.
I think taking short showers is the most sustainable lifestyle. With the amount of water used during the long showers, we can instead use it for better purposes.
我同意正则所说的，除了要缩短洗澡的时间，也要减少洗澡的次数。其实啊，一天洗澡2次就足够了，而不需要3次。
我不同意你们2位的说法。我喜欢洗澡，喜欢清新的感觉。我反而认为洗厕才是最浪费水的。
当你使用沐浴露搓揉身体的时候，应该要把花洒给关上。
自柔，我觉得你应该把家里的空调打开，这样你就不用时常洗澡了。
可是这样做会浪费很多的电力啊，用电太多会增加我的碳排放，最终会导致气候变化。
好了，大家冷静一点，我这里有一个解决方案。可能的话，打开窗口，让新鲜的空气进入屋里。如果不能，就打开空调，但时间不能长。又或是你可以洗个冷水澡。
太棒了，我一定会实践这些建议的。
Alright, good sharing indeed. So, Zero, you mentioned about washing cars. Let's hear more.
好的，对我来说，最可持续的生活方式就是停止使用净水洗车。根据一份报告显示，马来西亚人每天的用水量是联合国基本标准的2倍。
不行，我希望看到我的爸爸的车干干净净，而且我也很喜欢骑车。
你到底是在洗车还是在玩水呢？等等，我爸爸的车总是很肮脏，我想他一定对环境很友好。
呵呵，正则，你是用雨水来洗车的吧？
没有我是用水龙头的水耶。
你知道雨水是可以用的吗？有一些国家依靠雨水来满足他们日常用水的需求。由于极端的天气变化，许多国家长期经历干旱，大大的影响了他们的粮食生产。对他们来说，水实在太宝贵了。现在问题是，为什么我们马来西亚人很难节约用水呢？那是因为很多人认为水既便宜又充足，所以我们就随心所欲地使用水。但是我们得小心，有专家警告说，如果我们认为水是理所当然的，那么我们可能很快就会受到水危机的影响。虽然马来西亚雨量充足，但是气候变化的影响已经越来越明显了。比如现在出现了不稳定的炎热天气和降雨，导致集水区缺水。再加上我们还面临越来越多水被污染的问题。河流曾经是我们获得的主要水源，但目前正受到污染，我们也被迫寻找替代的水源。
You are right. Water is so precious, and we must appreciate it. There are so many people in this world who are deprived of clean water. We have to be mindful and not be wasteful. Now, Ivan, what do you have to say?
我认为最可持续的生活方式是减低浪费或零浪费的生活方式。我不会订太多吃不完的食物，也会帮妈妈做食物堆肥。我不会使用塑料包装的东西，因为大多数塑料都是不可生物分解的。尽管它可以被分解，但大多数都会被分解成微塑料。
No, I need my chocolate bar and drink. When I go for my jungle trekking, I need them to be individually packed because they are more convenient.
没错，我同意正子的说法。我在学校休息的时间，我需要吃包装的饼干和牛奶。
我们总有很多的选择，我们可以选择大量的购买，这样就能减少包装的浪费。 我们只需做出实际的努力，让我们一切都回到根本。假设我们退后一步再观察，会发现一切都取决于我们的选择，我们的决定甚至都和选择有关。
根据报道，马来西亚人制造太多垃圾了，我们每天制造38000吨垃圾，这等于我们在7天内的时间填满整个双峰塔的垃圾量。当我们有太多垃圾时，我们就需要更多的垃圾填埋场。我们必须记住，新增垃圾填埋场将剥夺用于种植食物的土地。除了土地空间的问题，垃圾填埋场其实是一个碍眼的地方。不幸的是，问题比起丑陋的情景还要严重。由于周围的空气明显受到了污染，垃圾填埋场也给人们带来了许多健康和环境的问题。所以，减少废物量依然是最好的做法。我们都知道环保经典3重奏：减少、重复使用和回收。但是您知道还可以采取其他的步骤来做出更大的改变，以减少我们所消耗地球资源的速度吗？这里添加了另一个环保3R，那就是拒绝、重新思考和修复，以便我们可以更进一步地生活在零浪费的模式，同时限制我们对于地球和资源枯竭的影响。按照顺序，建议首先拒绝购买或拒绝那些没有它也能生存的物品，比如对钢笔和笔记本等不必要的免费物品说不，它们常会让我们的物质变得杂乱。第二，当我们确实需要购买时，请重新思考对物品的需求。我们所购买的一切都有代价，不仅仅是金钱而已。将购买的物品带回我们的家，就需要大量的资源、劳力和运输。我真的会用吗？我需要吗？我能找到更好的可持续替代方案吗？第三，尽可能进行修复，不要在物品出现问题时就即刻购买新的，而是尝试看看我们是否能修好它。学习维修带来良好的成本效益，还可以防止物品最终进入垃圾填埋场。你的包包有裂痕吗？就学习缝纫吧。文具不能操作，就参考有关如何修复它的 YouTube 视频吧。接下来，减少我们所消费的东西。我们可以通过减少不必要的购买来减少废物的产生。也许我们应该问问自己，这东西会给我的生活带来真正的价值吗？我们想要什么和需要什么，这之间有着巨大的差异。第五，重复使用我们已经拥有的东西，尽可能不要使用塑料吸管等一次性的物品，并且可以发挥创意来重复使用这些物品。我们一开始就应该购买可重复使用的物品。最后是物品回收。当无法再处理物品时，这将是最后方案。但是如果我们一开始就拒绝拥有或购买，我们就不必走到这一步了。你看，这个环保6R也反映了我们为了方便而做出的选择。它教会了我们如何减少浪费和在可持续的生活方式中注意些什么。我们是处于一个以消费为主的社会，很多时候为了贪方便而忽略了可持续性。但是我们可以改变这一点，我们的小小行动累积起来就能改变一切。
选择权在我们手上，我们要踏出第一步。我们可以选择减少浪费能源和水，例如节约用水，刷牙时把水龙头关上，缩短洗澡时间，选择节能电器，堆肥，垃圾分类，共乘汽车，当电器没使用时把电源关上，以及收集水。作为减低浪费或零浪费的生活方式的一部分，很多人已踏出了第一步，开始了行动，减少对地球自然资源的浪费。一些送礼群组也正在推广什么也不买生活方式，在不购买的情况之下，通过赠送自己再需要的物品来减少浪费，从而延长物品的使用寿命。如此， 仅可以保护环境，同时也可以节省很多的花费。
Fantastic explanation. There's so many things we could do to help save our Mother Earth. Now, let's hear from the audience. Audience, who would you vote for in this family squabble round? Would you vote for shorter showers, washing cars with rainwater, or a zero-waste lifestyle? Audience at home and in the studio, click on the link and cast your votes now. Now, let's see the results. And the favorite answer is by leading a zero-waste lifestyle by Ivan. Great! Now, let's see how many points you have scored. You have earned 100 points and an extra 50 points for the extra information. This marks the end of the family squabble round.
There are many ways we can begin today to start saving Mother Earth. The choice is in our hands. We can choose to feel indifferent, but as small but mighty SDG warriors, we can choose to join those many courageous people worldwide who are earnestly trying to create a better world. Join us in our next episode and explore further why and how we can make an impactful change from one person to more and more mighty warriors.
I am tiny, I am small. Oh, what's happening? Ice cap is melting, climate is changing. Big floods, more storms, weather pattern shifting. I am tiny, I am small. Can I do anything? Look at Mother Earth, the land and the sea. Animals and nature, people and countries. Can we do something for the world and its harmony? We might be small, but we sure are mighty. The power of one, power two, power 3, 2, 1. It all starts with one. Let's save Mother Earth, it's the only one. We can do it, come on everyone. No matter how small the step may be, saving the earth for you and me. I may be small, I may be tiny, never forget I'm small but mighty.